Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel for another episode of Quarantine with Janet. Today I'm actually going to call Veronica, who you guys might remember from my 2-week epic Tuk Tuk adventure around Sri Lanka. Now, Veronica decided to stay in Sri Lanka for a few extra weeks after I left, and only recently, when Sri Lanka went into lockdown, did she decide it was time to leave. So today I'm actually going to Zoom call Veronica, and I'm going to see how she got on for her last few weeks in Sri Lanka and if she had any struggles in making it home. So how are you? How's home?
Good, but I feel like you're probably in the same boat that it's like I'm home, but it doesn't feel like I'm home because I can't see my friends. I can't see my family. I had to drive by my mom and dad and just wait for them outside. Like, that's crazy. I can't go to any store I want to go to. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I want to ask you about Sri Lanka. Okay, so
Okay.
for everyone watching, obviously this is Veronica, and that's Veronica. So obviously I left Sri Lanka, and then you were going to stay for another few weeks.
Yeah, I was supposed to fly to India on March 18th, but I think on March 14th, they closed the borders. And it's funny because when they first closed the borders, I was mad at myself. I was like, oh, shoot, I should have booked a flight to India sooner. I could have been there right now. And now I'm like, thank God I didn't get to India. My friend flew there on the 13th, and we hung out the night before, and she was in Goa. And she was like, oh, like, I'll see you in a few days. Like, I can't wait to hang out. And thank God, she just flew back home before they shut down. But apparently, there's like police patrolling the beach. You can't go outside at all. They didn't give them any warning for the lockdown. At least in Sri Lanka in the morning time, they were like, okay, 6 p.m. tonight, we're going to lockdown. So, of course, everyone like boarded the grocery stores and we prepared for it. India just went for it. And like, I don't know, if a hostel closes down and you have nowhere to go, what are you supposed to do?
A lot of people were
scary.
A lot of people don't even have food. I was talking to one girl. She was like, we're literally not allowed out and we don't have food and we can't get it delivered. And she said, if we go out, I'm actually scared about the police like beating them up.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
it's really scary.
What was the lockdown like in Sri Lanka?
It was pretty much just from 6 p.m. you couldn't leave your house. No grocery stores, no nothing. You couldn't go outside. You couldn't go to the beach. But even before that, it was like just getting weird. We would like go to the beach in the morning to get surfboards, and like slowly but surely, like they all started closing down. Half the restaurants were closed before then. Before we could just walk straight to the main road and find anywhere to eat, and we were having to walk like 10, 15 minutes to find a restaurant that would serve us. Yeah. And I don't know.
Was there a weird feeling as well? Like a bad vibe kind of against tourists?
Definitely. Okay, at first, me and my friends were just in like our Marissa bubble, and it was all fine up until I think maybe a week before I left. When we went to go to Colombo to extend our visas, that's when we all were like, wow, okay, this is really happening. Like, we all went to the bus station together, and when we got to the bus station, they turned off all the lights, and like all the locals were like, no bus today, no bus today. And we were like, okay, there's definitely a bus today. Like, we know the hostel owner told us that there was a bus. And then we saw this queue of people waiting for where the bus was supposed to be. And we were like, oh, when's the bus? And they were like, not for 2 hours. And we were like, there's no way they're queuing up for 2 hours before the bus.
No way.
The bus ended up leaving like 25 minutes later. They just didn't want us on the bus. Wow. Then they shoved us to the back of the bus. And anyone who was sitting near us actually like got up and went like this and like moved to the front of the bus.
Oh my God.
It was crazy. Yeah, I booked a hostel online for us. Through like booking.com, I think, and I got a WhatsApp message from a guy, and he was like, oh, hi, this is the hostel owner of Colombo, whatever hostel it was, like, we're shutting down due to coronavirus. So then we were like, uh-oh. So then my friend booked another hostel on hostelworld.com, and when we got there, after we got the bus, we got like an Uber driver, we get to this hostel, and it was the weirdest vibe in the hostel, and the owner like came over to us and was like, oh, like, you guys can't stay here, like, please get out, like, no. Then we booked 2 hostels. They both got canceled. Then finally we found one, and it was fine. We spent the night. We woke up early to go to the visa office the next day. The police outside the visa office told us that it was closed. They were like, oh, no visa office today. Like, they extended the holiday. And we were like, So we went and got breakfast down the road. Meanwhile, this restaurant is filled with people, Janet. 10 minutes after we sit down, everyone in the restaurant left. like, oh no. And then one of our friends texted us and was like, the office opened at 8:30. she was like, it's open. So the police, like the people outside of the visa office lied to us as well. I don't think they wanted us to extend our
So bad
visas.
though, especially, they just wanted everyone to leave Sri Lanka, I think. They just wanted everyone
Yeah.
to leave.
Which actually, honestly, good on them. I think it's really good that they did the lockdown. And it's true, because I was thinking it would just be selfish for us to stay. I don't know. I thought it would be selfish. Like, if I did get sick, and I know people our age don't really need medical attention, but if I did, I wouldn't want to use up their
Some
country's
do though.
resources.
There have been
I don't know.
cases. They do, yeah, some do. Some of the younger people do, and that's the problem. And like, yeah, you don't want to be using up their like hospital beds when they're going to be using them.
And
Yeah.
once they did like the official lockdown and you couldn't leave, it's like, what's the point of staying in a place like that?
Yeah.
My friends who are still there, he sent me a WhatsApp today, and he said they opened up the gate to their hostel to go to the beach today, and there was police on the road, and they were like, no, because they were just going to sneak to the beach to have a quick swim, and there was actually police patrolling. So
see, I just
like,
think it's getting kind of scary. Like, I actually wouldn't want to. I love Sri Lanka so much, but right now I don't want to be there. It seems like it would be scary, and all the reasons you love about it are gone for now.
Yeah, and the people there are so nice. Like, I still think they're like probably the nicest locals I've ever met in my travels, but it was just different, man. Like, once this went down, they're like, there was no, I mean, it's smart of them, I guess, but it was just a weird vibe.
And what about getting a flight home? Was it difficult or was it okay?
Leading up to when I booked my flight, the flights were crazy expensive, like $3,000 US. I was like, oh no, like what? I'm not going to be able to get home. I was like really worried, and all my friends like back in Europe could get flights pretty easily. I was like, oh no, I'm going to be stuck here. The States is so far away. But then, thank God, my friend was leaving on Sunday, and he was like, oh, you should leave on Sunday too, then we can go to the airport together. So I booked a Turkish Airlines flight on Sunday night, and the flight on Saturday and Monday were canceled, but my Sunday one was fine.
Oh,
I know. So lucky. I actually was praying in the airport though. I'm not even like a religious person. But I was like, please, I really don't want to get stuck at Colombo Airport or Istanbul Airport. I just didn't.
I know.
I was so worried.
As you can see, it was pretty tough the last few weeks that Veronica was in Sri Lanka. A lot of shops actually had signs up saying no foreigners allowed. People would cross to the other side of the street when a foreigner was walking down. And they just seemed generally scared. Now, while I do understand it, and it's a very scary time for everyone, so if you do see a foreigner in the next few days, please do be nice and compassionate with them. It is a difficult time for everyone, and they may be trying to get home. It's really difficult right now. There's a lockdown, there's a curfew, and many of the flights to our home countries have been cancelled. So do be nice to people, do help them out, and please everyone stay safe. See you next time for Quarantine with Janet.